to tell us what's going on with sports. And if I'm not back in time, JT,
Yes.
we're going to start with story one. Got it?
Let's go.
Okay. Take it away, George.
Thank you. All right. NFL Week 2 kicks off tonight as the Los Angeles Chargers fly to Kansas City to take on their AFC West division rival, the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes versus Justin Herbert, two MVP caliber players. This is going to be a game you do not want to miss. Speaking of the NFL, yesterday the NFL announced the AFC and NFC Players of the Week for Week 1. For the AFC, it was Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. For AFC Defensive Player of the Week, it was Pittsburgh Steelers safety Minkah Fitzpatrick for the AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and Cleveland Browns rookie kicker Cade York for the AFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Hit a 58-yard game-winning field goal to beat the Carolina Panthers. For the NFC Offensive Player of the Week was none other than New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley. NFC Defensive Player of the Week was Seattle Seahawks linebacker Uchenna Nwosu, and Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Zach McPherson was the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Those are your AFC and NFC offensive players and defensive players and special teams players of the week for NFL Week 1. MLB record was broken last night when the Milwaukee Brewers played the St. Louis Cardinals. Longtime pitcher for the Cardinals, Adam Wainwright, started in his 325th game with longtime Cardinals catcher Yadier Molina behind the plate. No pitcher and catcher has ever started in more games together in the history of Major League Baseball. That's all for sports for the 7 a.m. hour. I'm George Callacy at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Let's head to Isaiah for our first story of the day.
We appreciate you, George. The sports, I was hearing it. The sports world.
Oh, Chiefs.
Okay, there you have it.
All
Chiefs
day.
are winning.
Patrick
Once
Mahomes,
again.
man, can't never count out Patrick Mahomes.
Never again.
Never count out Patrick
What can I
Mahomes.
expect from both of you if the Chargers do come out on top?
I would not be surprised if the Chargers come out
I
on
mean,
top.
anything's possible. On any given Sunday is what they say. Roll Tide. Anyways,
You know, the Chargers were a team.
they are a team. They do exist. And you know what else exists, Lana? The news. And Amina, she finally has access to hear us. She can
Yeah,
speak. Yeah, that's yeah. How do you continue classes?
I'd be
How?
I mean, that might be how she's feeling though. Like genuinely, if something like that happened here,
Yeah.
and President Koppel was like, Koppell, my bad.
Come
President-
on, man. It's
President-
on its day.
It
It's
is
his day. His
It is his day.
investiture.
I apologize, sir.
Disrespect, the gall, the audacity.
Please don't come from me and my slow brain. But what I was saying was like, imagine we suffer such a tragedy, and the king himself, the president, says, sad day. Okay, class is normal tomorrow.
Well, I mean, they always have that saying, "And life goes on," kind of thing.
Well, yes,
so
life does go on, but
I
not
feel
the
like
day
every
after.
university, because there's a lot of money on the line,
Well,
money
true.
will always kind of overpower how people feel. So classes are naturally gonna.
Well, I'm not
continue
saying they should
regardless.
just halt forever, but like that.
Yeah,
day
I feel
after,
like a couple days would have been nice, or
yeah.
but that's sadly that's not the state of the world, especially in the United States. You kind of got to get over it and move on. Yeah, I would definitely. I think she brings up a great point though. Going back to campus has got to be a very awkward and kind of uncomfortable feeling, and I think that's anywhere that involves kind of something of that nature, whether it's explosions or a mass shooting, anything like that. It's got to have like a weird feel to it. But that is if that actually happened, JT. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that people are even investigating that this is a possibility of a hoax is very. It's almost weirder than the actual explosion going on.
They say, something's fishy. Something we don't
Like,
believe you.
Yeah, just like your injuries aren't matching up here. Mate, you set it up? Could you imagine that storyline though? An employee at a university makes up a fake bomb threat, goes to the hospital with injuries, and then like what is the repercussions of doing that?
I mean, a bomb threat, that's technically a terroristic threat. And if you're caught lying about such a thing, like I'm just saying, they used to arrest kids at my high school for setting up the fire alarm. So I can only imagine what would happen if you start a bomb.
Well, I will say it probably would depend on what the person looks like, sadly. So that hey, anything's possible. They might just be like, hey, don't do that again, pal. And then we have this move on scenario. Amina, in the shadow realm, what do you think of this whole situation? It's kind of bizarre analyzing it, right?
It is. I feel like finding out why he did it would be the interesting part, because I just imagine maybe he like was like on the run from somebody, and he needed to like get himself in like the hospital, because I've seen on shows where like people do that and like to get themselves either put in like, what is it, protective services, where like the cops like basically like watch you but for like your safety.
Yes.
So maybe like it was one of those scenarios. Probably not, but it's best to think that. I don't know, like I'm just interested in to know why he had to do that.
I think analyzing his mindset or her mindset, I don't know what the employee was, but
what the employee was.
It's very weird. Like I couldn't imagine ever even thinking of that as an idea. Maybe he had like homework due or something. Maybe he's actually a student and not an employee. There's a lot of things that just aren't adding up here. Lana, very quickly before we go on, we'll let you have the last word on this story.
Oh wow, thank you.
Mhm.
Appreciate it. No, this is just like really crazy to think that it's actually happening. Like, especially like if he lied about that. Because like who lies about that kind of thing?
It's just a bizarre thing, right?
Yeah.
This whole thing is just This seems like an hour 2 story in the making. We're gonna find out a couple more details about this. He's gonna be like, well, I had to set it off because I had a date that day and I didn't know how to cancel the date, so I made a fake bomb, and then it wasn't a bomb, and then it was a bomb, but then I had to tell people it wasn't a bomb, then I had to injure my hand. I mean, there's a
This is literally something out of the Scream universe. They're giving them ideas.
Oh.
They need to know.
Hire me? No. Hey guys, we're gonna take a quick break here on the Morning Buzz. Don't forget, it's the president's investiture today, and WMSC is gonna do live coverage of that event all day long. People are sitting up outside. There's a lot of red
I saw balloons. People
There-
out there like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
putting up
they're
little
out there
balloons.
working. This place is about to look snazzy.
There's a red carpet.
There's a red
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah, there's a red
Yeah.
carpet going into the theater.
Oh boy.
Okay, predictions very quickly. When we come back, we're gonna name some predictions of people we expect to see at the red carpet.
We're gonna see Snoop Dogg.
No way, Snoop. I mean, honestly,
Stop
that would be
mentioning Snoop
believable
on
because
campus.
he appears everywhere, man.
Literally.
Snoop is just constantly lurking. Anyways, guys, we're gonna be back here on the Morning Buzz. Stay tuned for that.
Snoop might be here.
And guess who is back here on a little program we call the Morning Buzz? That's right. The program is back and better than ever. And once again, I'm going to try to say program as many times possible within the first hour because this program is indeed live because it's a Okay, I'm done. Sorry about
You
that.
didn't even make 3. You had
I
two
gave
now.
up. I gave up. It was too much. It's too many programs.
Okay, now you made it 3.
Hey, there we go. See what I did there?
Proud
See?
of you.
I'm kind of good at this. Guys, we have some more things to talk about here in the Morning Buzz because that is indeed what we do. And something interesting has occurred in a company known as Patagonia. So Patagonia founder Yvon Chouinard made a huge announcement yesterday. I don't know what that accent was. He and his family are transferring 100% of the company's stock to a specially designed trust and nonprofit organization. The two new entities are Patagonia Purpose Trust and Holdfast Collective. Mr. Yvon believes that changing ownership ensures the company will keep its independence and make sure all of its profits are used to combat climate change. The company told Aoxis in a emailed statement that, quote, every dollar is not reinvested back into Patagonia will be distributed as dividends to protect the planet, end quote. Patagonia Purpose Trust, which holds all voting power in the company, will provide legal structure to help keep the company's value in place. The new Holdfast Collective, which does not hold any voting stock, will look to protect nature and the climate. Mr. Yvonne and his family will remain on the board of Patagonia, and he wrote in his letter as well, quote, instead of going public, you could say we're going purpose, end quote. What an interesting move by a huge company. Anyone ever had a Patagonia jacket, first off?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Patagonia is a company?
Yeah, the jackets.
I thought it was a country.
No way. Lana, I think you might have to take a lap real quick.
No.
Oh.
Take a nap.
Oh man, it's been a long morning for Lana. Wow.
well, listen, let's be easy on her, okay? She likes to stay up at ungodly hours.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Yes.
Have you never heard of the jacket brand?
No.
Really?
Wait,
I always I've heard the name before, but I thought it was a country.
Wow.
I didn't know it was
confession time.
We thought Isaiah was doing a Patagonian accent.
Yeah, right? You're like, is that how they talk over there?
Confession time.
Yeah.
It took me not as long as Lana, but it did take me a second to realize.
Are
what
you
we were
gonna
talking
say you
about.
thought it was a country?
No, I just didn't
Oh,
know what we were talking about, but I was gonna play it off.
Is it a country?
But I have an excuse. My excuse is I'm poor and I don't.
That's
buy
fair.
Patagonia.
I always saw them in the store. So like, I'm not gonna get that.
I remember we were
That's-
talking about it, and I'm just thinking in my head, when I don't know what we're talking about on the buzz, that's not necessarily a good look. So I play it off.
Hmm.
I either just don't say anything, or I just like get prepared to
Yep.
look it up. And then it hit me. I was like, oh, we're talking jackets. And then I thought I was alone. I'm like, I'm gonna keep that stupidity to myself. And then like Lana makes me feel less stupid, but she goes, I thought it was a country. So I'm like, oh, I feel seen.
No, I was just listening this whole time being like, wait, it's a
Well, you're not
company?
technically wrong. Patagonia does exist in South America.
Oh,
Is it a
Mm.
country
It's not
or is it a
country,
city?
It's just like I guess like a region. It's not a country. though.
Okay. I was about to say, like, I
Country.
feel like I've done the map of South America many of times.
Yeah.
so
it's
it
like-
does exist
it
on
does
the planet.
exist.
It does
Yes.
exist on the planet.
It exists in South
It's
America.
like by
You were right.
Argentina.
I
that's
didn't
know.
pronounce that wrong.
Oh.
I was just quoting Drake and Josh.
Hey guys,
And-
learned a lot today. Hey, round of applause for learning here on this program. I did it again. This
We
is
should
pretty
be a
cool though to
professor.
see a company. Because as you mentioned, JT, this is a very rich kind of brand. To
Exactly.
see rich people's money
That's
go
why I didn't put
towards
it was at first.
climate change is a really cool thing. I
They're
think.
probably
right?
mad about that.
I would imagine. They'd be mad
If
about
it
things.
benefits anybody else, rich people are mad.
Yeah, but I think that I'll be curious to see if any other companies, I doubt it, but if any other companies kind of follow suit and kind of team up with another kind of
I
climate
predict
change
Amazon will.
company. You think Amazon will? Yeah,
Really? You think
that Bezos money's going to the planet like that? Come on, man. It's
Ricky-
going to Thursday Night Football.
That's
I mean, we
my
could
way
probably
of
put a
getting all
couple
my
more
jokes
millions
out
in there.
before the investiture, because Amazon helping somebody.
You should bring it up. If you see President Dr.
Koppell.
Koppell,
I will make a note to ask.
bring it
him
up.
about
Yep.
Amazon.
You should say, are we going to transform Montclair State into another company, two companies, Montclair State University and Montclair State Collective Unit of Climate Change Environmental Protection?
I
Yep.
love climate change, but I think the campus needs to worry about parking before we worry about climate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, no, we should be putting the planet first.
Exactly.
We should. You know what? I'll suffer through. I get up pretty early, and this is my last semester, so really, it don't affect me. That's you guys.
Isaiah said, I don't care. I'm gone.
Yeah, like once I'm
He
gone,
said that. He
everybody.
really
Yep,
never
this,
cared
this-
about us.
this might actually be the last show I'm ever on.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. bye.
Just kidding, everyone. You can't get rid of me.
There's the
But
door.
you know what we should get rid of?
What?
Hackers.
We should get rid of hackers. They're so annoying. And you don't want to know who's the worst ones? Well, not the worst ones. All hackers are bad. But here's what we're going to talk about. Iranian National
What a hot
Forces.
statement.
I was trying to make a transition and it didn't work. Anyway,
I
Iranian.
gave you the transition. I said
You're right.
hackers, and you're like, Yeah. And then he said, let me do another transition. Why?
Because I'm extra, okay? Iranian national forces were caught hacking New Jersey computer systems. 3 residents of Iran face federal charges for hacking computers in the United States, including in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Among targeted was a domestic violence shelter, a township in Union County, and an accounting firm in Morris County. The suspects are charged with conspiracy to commit fraud, intentional damage to computers, and transmitting demands. All 3 remain in Iran. Another accounting firm in Illinois was hacked, as was a regional electric company in Mississippi, a housing authority in Washington state, a county government in Wyoming, and others, including a Washington state construction company working on critical infrastructure projects. First of all, that's how you know these aren't the smartest people. Because why would you go to Illinois?
No, that's smart because
it?
you don't want to go after the big, huge companies like Google or like a Microsoft or
Oh,
things in New
you're
York
right.
because they know how to combat this. That's why they're going to Mississippi or whatever. Do you say Mississippi?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Mississippi
You
and
listen to me,
Illinois.
oh my God.
You see, I think there's a greater plan. These hackers, I commend. No, I'm kidding. Hackers are the
This is not-
absolute scum of the planet. All right, they are the bottom of my shoe. I'm getting tired of these hackers. You know who I have the most problem with? When I was in probably
Oh no. Here we
middle
go.
school or high school, there
Oh,
was a
God.
common problem with hackers. I just wanted to play Madden or Minecraft, and they kept hacking the system. Xbox servers are down, and I couldn't play. I
You
had a
know,
problem with that.
sometimes hackers do good for the world. Like when that guy hacked the gas tanks. We did a story on this last summer, Story in the Buzz. Some guy got in trouble. He hacked the gas station and got the gas to ring up to like 20 something cents on the gallon.
That's hilarious.
And the gas, they by the time they had caught on, they had lost about over $1,000 in gas.
Well, oh, that's really not that much. I thought it'd be more. That's a little
I mean,
depressing. They
like,
caught it pretty fast.
they did
What if it
catch
was millions?
Oh God.
Now that's a real big
Well, yeah,
W right there.
sometimes hackers do is good. Maybe somebody can try that with
Yeah.
McDonald's because their prices are outrageous. $2 for a McChicken now. So if you can hack the McDonald's prices and get us,
Chicken, like
I
why?
recommend get
I'm
the
just saying, if you're going to hack, use
Hold
it for
on.
good.
Hold on. Amina brings up a very great point.
Sorry, Mina, I can't
The
hear you.
app is truly incredible. I mean,
you could get a McChicken for free.
The app is incredible.
That
I
is
use it all the time. I have like 8,000 points.
You
Free
so what are you
hackers.
complaining about?
I'm just
Cash
saying.
in rewards, man.
I like to save them for when I'm
but
like
they expire.
Exactly.
they expire.
Yes,
Yes,
look at the
they
whole
expire every month. So whatever you don't use,
You
in that
probably had a
month, they
backlog of
expire.
32,000
it literally
points.
tells
I
you that.
probably did.
Come on,
See,
JJ.
Amina,
This,
for a
McChicken for
reporter, I
that?
don't read.
this is ridiculous. This is absurd.
He could have gotten so many McChicken for free.
Exactly. You could have just been living off of
It's
McChicken.
what,
I could have
100
fed the
points?
entire gentleman.
Yeah, it's like
yesterday
super
with
low
chicken.
for a McChicken,
Exactly.
point wise. What are you doing, Jay? This is
Now he's looking on the app.
this
I
is
better
absurd,
cash in my
guys.
3,000 points before they expire.
Listen, as much as I want to talk about McDonald's reward program, they have nothing to do with us. So
No,
I hate you, McDonald's. That's right. Never liked you at all. I would never eat a quarter pounder with cheese or your chicken nuggets. It's disgusting.
Cat.
Absolutely. Hey, we're gonna take a quick break here on the Morning Buzz. When we come back, you thought your commute was over due to railroad strikes? Maybe not. Also, we got to talk about some presidential investiture stuff. So that's cool. Anyways, we'll be back here on the Morning Buzz. Very special program. Good Lord. See, this system's terrible. I literally click the button and it's supposed to start automatically playing. Correct or incorrect, right? everyone?
Correct.
I click the button, nothing's playing. Engineering, we need to get this solved. All
Mike
right.
Foley
Now I gotta click another button, which is a lot of work at 7:32 in the morning. All right. That's a lot to expect of me. But if
Aw,
anyone can
buddy.
do it,
You're
it's the
gonna
fearless
work out.
leader of this program. I'm gonna try again. And we're waiting for it because it still says idle. We're gonna click the
Text
green
and
button.
whatever. Just don't text and drive. Visit stop
children of
Everything
all
else.
ages. Once again, Scrubs is playing. I'm getting tired of TLC. I'm getting
Hey,
tired of
hey,
Scrubs.
hey.
And this program
Hey.
is falling apart
Li-
because someone messed with the system. This is
listen-
not on me. I'm blaming the team, all right? I'm not a good team player right now because someone has tried to set me up
Listen
on the
here, you scrub.
president's investiture day.
You could be mad. No
Huh?
TLC disrespect. you
No
scrub.
TLC disrespect.
Listen, I didn't want. They caught a couple strays. I'm not gonna lie. TLC, you're great. I apologize. I
Exactly.
know you're listening to this. All members of TLC love the program, friends of the program. Very quickly though, Amina, I have something to tell you.
Oh God.
Because it
please,
turns
oh.
out our good friend here, JT, has gone out of his way to not listen to you talk.
First of all,
Now let me explain.
First
Because
of all, you
JT's
snitch.
hair is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty nice. I respect it. It's looking on point. But God forbid you listen to Amina talk and you get a small little dent in your hair.
Listen.
Instead, you've gone out of your way to avoid Amina talking.
Amina,
How
hi.
dare you?
Amina, hi.
Yeah.
If I see you speaking, I put my headphones on.
Hmm.
But when you when you told me about the app, listen here, you scrub. I've been going out of my way to listen to Amina. Okay, I've been making sure to give her the respect that she's due. She's amazing. She's a great newscaster. However, I can't
Mhm.
interview Dr. Susan Cole or whoever will be at the investiture looking like what's his name from Hey Arnold.
Okay, I have a question for you then.
Oh,
Say
gosh.
in this scenario, then, Dr. Cole pulls up in here. We start doing an interview. Are you gonna put the headphones on, or are you gonna put the disrespectful side headphone in?
Yeah, it's this position for me.
Mhm.
Because
Not
it's
y'all
giving
both
like
coming
you're
for
just
me. This is
thinking.
black on black crime. Come on, y'all.
Hey, you should respect your people, man. Come on. This is
It's just
this
the
is
two of us.
downright disrespectful.
You know what? You're right. I'll go into the
Mhm.
corner. No, I won't.
You're done. Get out of here. This is ridiculous. You know what's also ridiculous?
Here you go.
Railroads. Back to our regularly scheduled show, everyone. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. Our regularly scheduled program. Railroads. I can't stop saying it. Railroads were threatening a strike that could bring trains to a halt nationwide starting on Friday. They said they are tired of being penalized for taking days off when they are sick or attending to family emergencies. Pretty much, they would like a better quality of life. Now that's ridiculous because you're workers. You don't deserve that. Just kidding, FBI and everyone listening. Think that everyone deserves days off. Not a hot take, but President Joe Biden said today that a tentative railway labor agreement has been reached, averting potentially devastating strike before the pivotal midterm elections. See, there's probably always a greater plan when it comes to things like this. But back to the railroads. Freight railroads and the unions representing more than 100,000 rail workers have been negotiating a new contract for several years. The stakes were high, and a presidential emergency board was appointed by President Biden himself, and he recommended a compromise over the summer that would give workers a 24% increase in wages. One thing almost derailed the whole nation, though, as a workplace attendance policy that unions call draconian. For those who don't know, railroads still use point systems when it comes to attendance, similar to places like Walmart and other retail companies, but with a bit of a twist and some more chaos. Railroad conductors and engineers were essentially on call all the time, outside of paid vacation and personal leave days, which they do accrue in amounts determined by seniority. When they get called to work, they generally have either 90 minutes or 2 hours to work. Under the high vis rule, if they're unavailable to report to work in that window, they are docked points from a starting balance of 30. Deductions range from 2 to 25 points depending on the day. The more valuable the day, the higher the deduction, which means obviously big events going on, weekends, all those type of things. After all that, if their points After that, their points reset to 15. If their balance falls to 0 again, it's a 20-day suspension. If there's a third time, the worker faces termination. So yeah, pretty much retail rules, but a lot more intense. Now, good to see that our railroad workers and President Biden and all the unions were able to kind of reach an agreement, because that's very important, as a large amount of people rely on public transportation. And at one point, JT, we were mentioning this before the show started, that the Amtrak was like, all right, we're just gonna close long distance things because we're not gonna let someone get stuck in Oklahoma or something midway through because everyone's on strike. So
I would hate that.
that would be unfortunate because once again, Oklahoma, disgusting place. People, disgusting. No, I'm kidding. And
thought you
Oklahoma is just
didn't-
terrible.
I thought you didn't like Ohio.
Well, that's pretty obvious.
If
I-
your
who likes
state
Ohio?
starts with an O, what are you doing with your life?
You're right.
Oregon?
You're actually right.
Oregon.
Well, hold on. I feel like rains a lot up there. I take it back. I mean, they got the Ducks.
Ducks.
Oregon. Go college football. Yeah.
Sports.
Anyways, this story was definitely interesting because I wonder what could have happened had no agreement would have been made. Imagine all the delays and all the people complaining about what's going on. I wonder what the railroad's game plan would have been at that point because it seems kind of
At least we have a president that would work with them, because I could think of some people in some situations that would just be like, okay, fine. Yeah, I don't want to work.
okay. But I have a question for you though.
Of
Do you think
course.
this was done for the people, or was this done as a way to kind of boost their votes in the midterm elections?
Oh, 100% the second option.
You see what I mean? So you want to say we have a president that would do that, but I
But
imagine
at the
any
same
president
time,
at this point.
no, any president. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look back in history, we have had people who have
History?
let their ego and pride
Who
get
would
in-
do that?
get in the way of what they should do.
Hold on.
I'm just
Are we
saying.
talking about my
Yes.
president?
Yes, we're talking about
Listen.
Agent Orange. I'm just saying-
Agent Orange?
I'm
What?
just saying.
That's crazy.
We had 3 years of what could have been not a one and done thing. I'm not saying it would have went away in 6 months, but I'm just saying we would have had a better deal on it in a year had somebody said, we have a virus, let's take the steps we need to, and not they're coming for my presidency.
Well, I mean, COVID wasn't real. No, I'm kidding, everyone. Listen, you bring up a lot of great points, but I think one of the biggest problems that I have with this thing is that it took that long and that took the president to even have to get involved to create a deal. You have all of these people, and given the rules that we listed when it comes to attendance and probably the very small amount they get paid compared to what they should, given the work that they have to do and the shifts that they have to do, I feel like just paying someone more and giving them sick days is pretty easy to do.
Public transportation in general.
Yeah, and like a lot of those people, like they don't really get the credit that they deserve for those jobs, but without them, you're not getting to your workplace, my guy.
Exactly.
They're very important when it comes to public transportation, especially here in New Jersey. A lot of people use public transportation getting into New York City, vice versa kind of deal. And the fact that it would even take this long is ridiculous because just give them the money. Once again, this country somehow just creates money. You know what I'm saying? We've sent money to Ukraine when it comes to the defense, billions, mind you, hundreds of billions of dollars, but we can't afford to pay our own people. We can't do that. Is that much hard? Is it really that hard to ask?
Literally. People complain about public transportation. I blanked there for a second. People complain about them all the time. They complain about their attitude. And I just, whenever I hear, I said, like, well, how would you feel? You spend 17 hours daily
On your
at
feet.
once on your feet, taking people from New Jersey to Ohio, taking people from California to Maine just to be underpaid, your job threatened if God forbid you get sick, like all of these, everything you do and you're not, what am I trying to say? You're not getting what you should in return. I'm sorry, I'm blanking so hard. If like it's just seeming like they're not getting back what they give. And that is why we see strikes. That is why if you've ever taken a Greyhound, yes, your driver might seem a little bit agitated. If you take it in Amtrak or even New Jersey Transit, the conductors here have lost all patience with people because not only do people give them a hard time, their employers kind of forgot humanity, and it took to the point, like you said, where we had to get Joe Biden involved and everybody else, and it's just it needs to be fixed as soon as possible.
It's a mess, man. 100% a mess. I'm glad that they were able to reach an agreement here, and hopefully that they got the benefits that they were looking for. George, what is today?
Today?
Yeah,
Today's Thursday.
is there something going on today, George?
There's the, I believe it's the investiture for our
The-
new president, isn't it?
The investiture? Is
New
that
president.
a 1 year celebration of what Dr. Koppell has done within his first year at Montclair State University?
I guess so.
Wow, that's incredible. Hey, isn't there a lot of things being set up outside?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got red
And not
carpets.
red
We got
carpets.
balloons.
Yeah, we teased it earlier, guys. We got to ask the hard-hitting questions here.
And not just for campus in general, but especially for WMSC.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about what our schedule later on today. But very quickly, everyone's got to name a name. Who do we expect to see at today's red carpet event? George, you're first. Random celebrity you expect to see here.
Random celebrity.
Yeah, or someone you just think is gonna be there.
President Koppell.
Ah, whack, George. Ah,
No, I'm just kidding.
Go for
I could see Snoop Dogg being there.
you really think
Yeah, I
Snoop's
really
gonna
could.
line? Okay.
I really could.
Okay. Do you actually think you okay?
No, I don't actually think so.
No, I know. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be funny.
Uh,
Maybe
honestly,
President Cole will be there.
Would
Like-
not. Speaking of Cole,
Hmm.
would it be a surprise? J. Cole randomly shows up to a graduation at Rowan University a couple of months ago.
It wasn't random.
I know it wasn't random. It was random to everybody else because like he made the promise to that student. Nobody knew about it. Imagine just going to support your friend
Yeah.
and you're just standing next to J. Cole.
Amina had the rebuttal like that.
She
She
was
heard. See, you see what happens when you have both headphones on like that? You get to hear everything.
no.
Okay, JT, real name, not J. Cole, not Snoop Dogg. Who's gonna be at the red carpet event tonight or today?
It's somebody I should know. I mean, I know we're getting former President Susan Cole
Yeah.
because I booked her for an interview. But aside from
That's a
that,
different name. He already guessed it.
oh,
Come on, see, you're
I
not
said
even listening
President
to
Cole.
your brain.
he said, "Oh, you did say."
I
thought
did
you-
say President
This
Cole.
is a disaster.
President Cole.
This is
It is a
absurd.
disaster.
This went a lot different in your head.
Yeah.
Who else? I
Just
don't know.
name
people.
someone.
What about
Ice
the,
Cube.
What about the,
Your answer is Ice Cube. We're going to
What
Lana.
about the Mayor of Patterson?
Mayor Pat. See, that's
Mayor
a good
Patterson
one.
could be
That's a
there.
good. That
That's a
could
good
be it.
Yeah,
Lana,
I did something right.
it's coming through.
I'm gonna say Phil Murphy.
Phil Murphy,
Okay.
big name in the political world, governor and all.
That's
Amina.
a good guess.
No, like just took my. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah,
But
come
that's fine.
on.
That's fine. I feel like, we're gonna have to have like talent there, right? To like sing.
Yeah, yeah. Name a prediction.
Maybe like Ariana Grande. I feel
Ariana
like
Grande.
She loves us over here.
Yeah, she loves the tri-state area. I heard a rumor that one day she was on the road on Route 80, accidentally landed on 46 and saw this campus. She hit a high note like no other and said, "That's a beautiful campus." And so I think that is a great prediction, Amina. I
do
fully
too.
expect it to happen. I think another person that good friend of the show, Mayor Andre Saya, great human.
Mayor of Patterson.
Mayor
I
Patterson.
wonder
Yep.
who gave that idea.
Yeah. Who would say that? Listen, my prediction, bold prediction. I think only one person can truly make this presidential investiture an event like no other.
And
And
who
my
would that
prediction
be?
for, as president, doctor, Ivy League status human being, DJ, Final Fantasy Funhouse man himself, Dr. K. I don't know what else to call him today other than my president, but I think in the middle of his beautiful speech, which I'm sure will be worded perfectly, it's going to move a lot of heartstrings. It's going to make people cry. It's going to make people laugh. It's going to make people smile. But I think midway through, one human pulls up and changes the tone. Will Smith is going to come to his ceremony and make a statement. He's gonna Dr. Koppell's gonna make a joke about Will's wife, and we all know what happens when people do that. Will's gonna come up in a jet, park it, leave out of the jet, pull up, slap him, leave, go home.
Oh,
That's my
Lord.
prediction.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fully expect that to happen.
You bringing that joke up now is like Black Panther bringing back what are those?
Oh man, you think it's that bad? Why don't you put both headphones on? You ridiculous human. Listen.
No, say what you were gonna say.
It's early in the morning. man.
Exactly.
Listen, we have nonstop coverage of Dr. Koppell's investiture today. Starting with the morning buzz, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it here on this program. We've been mentioning it because it is a huge event, because this program is indeed a very important program on the show. I gotta stop. I really need to stop. Anyways, after us though, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., we have an SGA roundtable. That should be exciting. And from 10 to 11, we have a nice little program called Under the Wing. And that should be great. We expect a lot of great coverage for what's going on today from them. And then you'll hear from me and our good friend Laura for a couple of hours live from the alumni green, telling you what's going on. And then, of course, the ceremony, the president himself will be talking from 1 to 3 military time, everyone. Wish that didn't
You
happen.
still can't read military time, and how long you been here?
Listen, a lot of things I could probably improve upon. Military time, probably one of them.
You know what? We stand somebody who can admit it, because I still can't read it.
See, like, what's the shame in lying?
Exactly. I'm just projecting right now.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should see therapy together and really come
Maybe.
down to the problem of why you're trying to expose the fact that I can't wear or understand military time too well, especially in a fast manner like that. I remember last night though, I made a mental note. I was saying, Isaiah, you need to change that to like AM and PM because you're going to not be able to say it cohesively when you're on air. I did not do that. And that's what happens. You get exposed live on air. Regardless, we have some more things going on. We got some live coverage from Memorial Hall for quite some time. Aquí Planeta Tierra live as well. New in New Jersey, Montclair Newsroom, The Refresh, Vinyl Fantasy Funhouse is airing tonight, everybody.
Ooh. You get to hear our president spin some sick vinyl.
Yeah, and 21, I believe, is 9? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
9 o'clock. I did it, guys. Did it. 9 to 10. And then from 10 to, I guess, tomorrow, we got WMSC Unplugged Mashup, which will be a mashup of WMSC Unplugged. Wow. Well, once again, we got amazing coverage here on the, say it, everyone. Bro. Okay, we're gonna do this again. And I want everyone to say it with me.
Program.
Hold on. We're gonna say it together. We are doing live coverage of President Dr. Koppell's investiture here on this program. JT, Amina, did you say it?
I said show.
Amina,
I almost said it, but-
everyone's getting booed. This program's crazy right
You
now.
can't find the
Um,
sound effects faster than Laura. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a lot of work to find these
It's a
sound
butt.
effects. And honestly, no offense to whoever put some of these sound effects in here, but they whack. Anyways, Lana, we got a segment that you do. It's undeniably one of my favorite segments to listen to because it's just a great time all around. And you're going to talk about what's going on in the video game, movie, TV world. And we're going to kick it back a little bit.
Yeah. So in the movie category, we're starting off today with The Woman King, which comes out Friday. It is rated PG-13 and will be in theaters. The Woman King is the remarkable story of the Agoji. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. The all-female unit of warriors who protected the African kingdom of Dahomey in the 1800s with the skills and a fierceness unlike anything the world has ever seen. Inspired by true events, The Woman King follows the emotionally epic journey of General Nancisa, played by Oscar winner Viola Davis, as she trains the next generation of recruits and readies them for battle against the enemy, determined to destroy their way of life. Some things are worth fighting for.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good movie. I don't know if that's a theater movie for me, though.
It's got Viola Davis. How could it not be?
I mean, is Viola Davis getting my human body into a movie theater seat? No.
She should.
Viola Davis to me is not box office.
Well,
I respect Viola Davis.
Oscar.
I
winner.
appreciate Viola Davis.
That's actually crazy.
She is a tremendous
Without
career.
going to the show.
But to say that I would go to a movie theater for one human and that human's Viola Davis, I'd be a liar. And I can't lie here on this show.
You could
should
sacrifice your
for your
journalistic integrity for
Yeah,
Viola
you're
Davis.
right. I probably should. I feel like there's probably a couple people I shouldn't mess with. Viola Davis is probably one of them. I might not be alive tomorrow, guys. This
No, that's only if you say something about Beyonce
Beyonce.
and Nicki Minaj.
yeah. shout out to Beyonce, I guess. Power that she has.
Queen Bee.
Are you guys instant people that like you see Viola Davis, you like I'm watching that as soon as possible?
Any
I
Oscar
look
winner,
like-
man.
Any Oscar
Any
winner?
Oscar winner, I'll be happy to see.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna go Oscar winner because award shows like to snub people hard, but
That's true.
definitely
You don't say.
people who've
That's true.
done. I think that if I hear, and I might be a little biased as a brother, but if I hear like Viola Davis, Denzel Washington,
See Denzel?
name
I would do that.
names like that just like make me think Oprah Winfrey, depending on the role.
No,
Depending,
you're
very
a liar.
dependent.
You're a liar. There's
Very
no
depending.
way you see a movie trailer
I
and then the
just
biggest name they
said-
have is Oprah Winfrey.
I
Your
just-
first result is not, I'm gonna go to the theater and
I
watch that today.
just
No.
said, depending on the movie, I'm not gonna run
Nah,
to see
bro.
Oprah Winfrey make a cameo
Exactly.
in Alvin and the
Even
Chipmunks.
no, if she's the
sequel.
lead, if she's the lead of a movie, I have a very strong feeling that you wouldn't see that first day. Your body's in that seat in the movie theater. I don't buy it at all.
Again,
I
it
think you're
depends on the
lying if you
movie.
would say that.
I'm not saying Oprah Winfrey like struggle for cash and some cash and grab, but if I could tell the movie is well made, well directed, and it's got other names like Oprah Winfrey,
See,
and,
you're pointing out
Oprah
to other
Winfrey and
names.
the
though.
Cuba lineup, something like that. That's
Nah.
like you
See,
might not go
need-
see Kevin Hart star in his own movie, but you'll see Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell together, something like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need the other piece though. You're not just going for Oprah. You see, you need like complimentary dishes. You know, you got the main course, but you need a drink with it. You know what I'm
not-
saying?
What
See,
are we talking about? Oprah and mac and cheese. Where did you go?
It's the same thing, all right? You do not go to the theater for strictly Oprah. If you're saying that, you're a liar.
I am many things. A liar, not one of them.
So you're telling me, and Lana, I swear we're gonna get to the rest of your segment. You're telling me you see Oprah Winfrey's the lead. No one of knowledge else is on that cast, right? First day, you're watching that movie.
Depends on the trailer.
See, it depends on something else. Oprah,
And that's with anybody. If I see a Denzel trailer and it looks like garbage, you think I'm seeing that in the
Denzel
theaters?
doesn't make anything garbage though. Maybe recent Denzel. Actually, I might have lied. So, well, okay.
Lana
George,
Boy.
What's up?
you see Oprah as the lead of a movie. Are you watching it day one?
No, I don't see Oprah as an actress.
Thank you.
I see her more as the host of a talk show.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if we talk good things about her, maybe we'll all get a car.
Oh, maybe look under your seat. Lana,
You-
would you watch Oprah premiere date? She's the only person involved in this movie.
Not premiere date. Maybe when it gets to streaming.
See,
You know
See
what?
what
First,
I'm
Oprah
saying? Hold on,
disrespect,
hold
I'm
on,
calling
hold on,
Josh
hold on.
Peck.
Amina, Oprah, star of a brand new movie. Are you watching it day one? Don't lie, Amina. The smile says it all, Amina.
I just like she's just not on my list.
See, everyone has been honest here, JT.
I'm calling Josh Peck for this Oprah disrespect because
Josh Peck can catch these hands. I don't care about some washed up social media star, all right? Josh Peck has
Wow.
peaked. Josh Peck will not be mentioned on this program again because who cares about Josh Peck in the year of 2022? All right. Actually, I got no problem with Josh Peck. That was just a bit. I actually enjoyed him very much. I don't really care about his new stuff or anything. Hey, has anyone seen that movie where North Korea, or is it North Korea or China invades the United States and they have like it's a remake of an old movie? Red Dawn, the remake with Josh Peck. What a terrible actor he is. Anyways, guys, we got some more things to talk about. I mean, Lana, we got another movie. What else we got?
So we have Blonde, which also comes out on Friday and is rated NC-17 in theaters. Based on the best-selling novel by Joyce Carol Oates, Blonde boldly reimagines the life of one Hollywood's most enduring icons, Marilyn Monroe. From her volatile childhood as Norma Jean through her rise to stardom and romantic entanglements, Blonde blurs the lines between fact and fiction to explore the widening split between her public and private selves. Written and directed by Andrew Dominic, the film boasts a cast led by Anna de Armas and featuring Bobby Cannavale, Adrian Brody, Julianne Nicholson, Xavier Samuel, and Evan Williams.
Very, very interesting. Now, I feel like this movie has gotten a lot of hype and a lot of press and a lot of outrage as well. Yeah.
I haven't seen trailers for it.
I haven't seen a trailer at all for it either. Really? I've just seen like a lot of promo about it.
I saw one Instagram post about a week ago for it, and I said to
Interesting.
myself, they're making a Marilyn Monroe movie?
They
Now?
are?
That was my first thought. And then my second thought is I saw in the post Ana de Armas was going to be in it, and I got curious. I was like, ain't no way they're making Cuban Spanish actress. And they are.
Huh?
I thought to myself, there's no way they are turning this Cuban Spanish actress and making her Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to look it up. And they are.
You think that's a problem here on 90.3 WMC Upper Montclair?
Not a problem. How do I describe this?
Are you gonna start
this is
complaining about
like-
the Little Mermaid being
No. Because the Little Mermaid is a fictional character who lives under the sea. This is like making a movie about Barack Obama and casting Will Ferrell.
That
Yeah.
would be hilarious and so wrong on so many levels. And honestly, that could be a bold prediction for 2032. I think it's certainly possible. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I know that was the outrage I was hearing. A lot of people, they're like, how dare you? This is disrespectful to Marilyn Monroe. This is
I'm not gonna say
unbelievable.
disrespectful. It's just like
No, that's what people
when you're
say.
making a biopic, that's the thing.
Mhm.
Like if you're making a biopic, that's when like keeping out make Little Mermaid Asian, make Little Mermaid black. Nobody cares. There has been thousands of
a lot of people
renditions.
care.
Well,
Actually.
yeah, like because they're idiots. Anyway, there's been thousands of rendition about Disney. It does not matter about the fictional character unless it pertains to their story, which it very rarely does in a Disney sitcom or movie. It doesn't matter. But when you're making a biopic, then it matters because the whole purpose of a biopic is supposed to submerge the audience into the life of said person. So yes, little things like their background matters. And it's not even so much about her race, but just like Ana de Armas, she's a big name, but when we think of her, she's typecast into Spanish roles. I've noticed that about her movies. And almost everything I've seen her in, she's an immigrant or like she's just like foreign girl.
Can I ask you a
And
question
now-
though, very quickly before
Of course.
we finish the rest? Have you seen like what she looks like?
In the movie, they probably did their best to make her look.
Like not for nothing, but I feel like that's pretty close comparison between the two. Because it's not like she's a dark-skinned woman, she's a light-skinned Cuban actress. So I feel like people are kind of reaching on that one maybe a little bit, because it'd be one thing if she looked completely different and you're kind of like, what in the world is going on here? But
Mhm.
she's a lighter skinned woman playing Marilyn Monroe, and from like the stills that I've seen and how like they did her makeup and how they did her hair, it looks pretty close to being spot on as you can. And that's why I'm confused with the outrage on this one specifically, because if she's a good actress and then she also looks pretty much the same as Marilyn Monroe, I feel like people are now digging deeper when there really is no reason to dig that deep. Like once again, like if she was like completely different color, she's brown hair, looks nothing like Marilyn Monroe, got you. Then it's like, that's kind of bizarre, which is why the Will Ferrell thing and Barack Obama is like, that's ridiculous. And it makes sense why you would use that as an example. But the fact that she looks so similar and she's a really good actress from the movies that I've seen and what people have said, I think it's kind of like, why wouldn't you cast someone that looks just like her for the most part? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to give you that one.
Like, I think there's like, I guess you could still make that argument if you want to. That's what I think. Amina, I heard a little,
Yeah, because I feel like when I have a My Life movie made,
got it.
Period.
Who's gonna play you?
Kerry Washington.
someone black,
Kerry Washington?
I was gonna say she can play me in my elder age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
might be a couple
She'll-
years when
she'll-
this movie
she- Never mind.
debuts.
Never mind. I'm thinking now. Oh,
But I would hope that they pick someone black because that's just right. Like I wouldn't want, even if I don't care if they look like me.
Mm.
I feel like you're not actually like embodying the role, you know? And it's also about like representation. Like I feel like there's, out of all the people in the world, there has to be somebody that looks like you and is not like white or not matching the description, I would
Mhm.
say.
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
It
I
only
think I
matters if
understand
style
both
fits.
sides, you know? I think like I get it. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Either way, we have to take a quick break here though. Lana, I'm sure we're gonna finish this segment at some point. Very quickly though, can we just read the last movie while I get our break ready?
Yeah. So our final movie is Do Revenge, which also comes out on Friday. It's not currently rated and will be on Netflix. A dethroned queen bee at a posh private high school will strike a secret deal with an unassuming new student
What?
to exact revenge on each other's enemies.
That is so Netflix.
Not a posh private high school.
And it stars Maya Hawke.
That is so
Are we fans of
Netflix.
Maya Hawke?
That
Was
is
a who?
Never,
She-
never heard of her.
The girl who plays Robin in Stranger Things.
Robin
know
and Stranger. I gotta be honest.
Oh, that.
Haven't seen the newest season of Stranger Things. Is that a new character?
Shoot, who came in season 3.
Oh, so I should know who that is. What's okay?
She works with Steve at the ice cream place.
Steve Ice Cream Place. Well, clearly that show is not a wagon, unlike House of Dragon. That show. Oh,
I know her from Fear Street. I don't watch.
Fear Street. Yeah, the
Fear
like the
Street.
weird trilogy thing.
Yeah, she was. If you watched it, she was the very first death in the trilogy. The one working
Was
the
she
bookstore.
really?
Yeah, she was
That's
the one working
hilarious.
the bookstore, and then her
Huh.
boyfriend got possessed and killed her.
Got it.
That's my all.
That probably rings more bells than Stranger Things, which is wild. Those Fear Street movies to me though, like they were bad, but they were thoroughly entertaining. I
Camila
enjoyed that.
Mendes is also in this movie.
Camila Mendes.
Riverdale.
Oh, come on, Mama.
I don't know.
Riverdale
I don't like
at
that.
8 a.m.
Oh, Paris Brooks in this.
Paris Brooks is also in this.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna hit the break while we discuss who else is in this cast. When we come back, we got some more beautiful morning buzz stuff to talk about. And don't forget, it's President Koppell's investiture today. And long live the Queen. Oh, come on. See, this
doing
system
great.
is terrible. Once again, JT and everyone, just so I'm not the crazy one here, because I swear, technically, I'm doing my job right. But it keeps on like I hit the little button that's supposed to go in auto, right? And what does auto do? It plays everything, right?
Exactly.
Why is it not playing everything? I don't know.
Watch it play Scrubs again.
Get my phone call. I know. I deleted Scrubs. Can't do it again. Sorry, TLC. Anyways, we'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, as
Metamates, welcome to the show. Guys, this show has been an interesting one. It's been a lot of conversations, a lot of hot takes. Celebrities expected to appear today, from Ariana Grande to mayors of Patterson. Who else did we say?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg and Will Smith. I mean, expect a very interesting event today.
Ariana
here.
Grande.
Yeah, shout out to Ariana Grande, I guess. Are we fans of her very quickly before
Oh,
we get
yeah.
into our first thing of the day?
Yes.
Who
Yeah.
not
Huh?
Who isn't?
I feel like a lot of people got beef with
You
Ariana
feel?
Grande. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Wasn't she
I
like
haven't-
licking
I haven't
donuts?
heard. I
Licking
haven't heard
donuts for a
anybody.
while and like putting them back.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of like a super deep.
Never heard of that.
going on. Yeah.
Well, like she said, no tears left to cry. So
Oh, are you a big Ariana Grande fan, Mina?
I wouldn't say like big.
Sounds like you're a
but-
big Ariana Grande fan, Amina. Okay, okay.
But do I listen to her music often? Yes.
It's okay if you're like a big fan. I mean, no one's judging.
not as
you.
big as
I'm kidding.
Beyonce.
Is Beyonce your number one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, I really wish I could like say something to combat that, but like I feel like someone might
Yeah,
try to
watch your
attack me after
tone.
the show ends. So I'm gonna let you live.
No-
Amina.
no
You
Beyonce
enjoy
slander.
Beyonce. I will do no slander.
Yeah.
I'll slander Taylor Swift on a daily though.
Oh, Les, you just summoned Leslie out of the depths of.
It is what it is. Very quickly, Lana, we're just gonna say what is available today on the video game market.
So we've got a couple very interesting games. You Suck at Parking, which came out yesterday for Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC, and I got permission from Ben that I can say that. word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I asked.
Interest. Is it because it's in a title?
Yes.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Salute to you then.
Prepare to take part in the world's most extreme parking experience in You Suck at Parking, the only game where your driving skills aren't as important as your parallel parking skills. Race against the clock to yank your handbrake in over 100 wild levels with ever increasing difficulty. I can't read.
Okay, very quickly. I saw this video of a guy that was playing like truck simulator and he built a whole truck rig in his basement. And then to me, why would you go out of the way to make a truck simulator when you could probably just be a truck driver at that point and get paid? You know what I'm saying? Like he had the wheel, he had like a fake engine and exhaust thing going on, a couple monitors, and it's like, why are we going that far to drive a fake truck?
Good question.
Anyways, probably would like this game. I don't know.
And finally, in the game category, we have Return to Monkey Island, which comes out Saturday for the Switch and PC. It's been many years since Guybrush Threepwood was last locked in a battle of wits with
What? That's his name?
the zombie.
Hold on. We can't just move past
Guybrush.
Guybrush Threepwood? Who named that?
That's such a Netflix name.
That's disrespect to Netflix. I don't know
They
what this
deserve
guy was taking to call something Guybrush Threepwood. Anyways,
The battle of wits with his nemesis, the zombie pirate LeChuck.
LeChuck.
His true love, Elaine Marley, has turned her focus away.
Why is there a normal name randomly for Elaine Marley?
Any relation to Bob Marley?
Could be. Prediction: Bob Marley's gonna be here today. I don't know the logistics behind that, but
long gone. my
yeah,
friend.
that's what I'm trying to think. How would that be
Come
possible?
back.
Well, predictions: people coming back to life today, right? Yep.
We got Bob Marley. We're gonna see a Juice World concert. We gonna see.
Hey man, with a name like Guybrush Threepwood, anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Yeah.
I'm stuck in my head.
Where was I? Okay.
Sorry, Lon.
It's all right. Has turned her focus away from governing, and Guybrush himself is adrift and unfulfilled, having never found the secret of Monkey Island. Hip young pirate leaders led by Captain Madison have shuffled the old guard from power. Melee Island has taken a turn for the worse, and famed businessman Stan has been imprisoned for marketing-related crimes.
I want to play this.
You know what? I think the best way to say what Return to Monkey Island is by not talking about Return to Monkey Island, because I don't even know how to recover from those names.
Former sports guy
But
at the door.
hey, Cafone's here. Hey, the gabagool guy. Yeah, spaghetti. You're Italian? Anyways, that was probably insulting to him. Get out of here, Cafone. Cafone. Okay. Guys, we do have some important things to take care of, though. Bye, Anthony. We appreciate you. Former sportscaster extraordinaire, Amina. A lot of things have been going down in the news world. And once again, you're the person that could save the day. You're the person that can report on the news. So please take it away.
Will do. So, in national news, a 20-year-old Tesla driver who died with a passenger in a Fury high-speed crash on a residential South Florida street last year might have been upset after learning he had lost a scholarship. The National Transportation Safety Board released new documents Tuesday saying the driver of the 2021 Model 3 sedan had learned several hours before the September 13th crash that he had lost a scholarship at Florida International University. The crash occurred after the driver accelerated to 90 miles per hour through an intersection to beat a yellow light. Tesla representatives have said high-speed collisions can result in a fire for any kind of car. In state news, an iconic Jersey Shore bakery, Ward's Pastry, has announced it will close this month. The bakery has operated in Ocean City for over 98 years and said in a Facebook post that its last day will be September 18th. The pastry shop first opened in 1924. Owner Walt Holman cited plans to retire and rising cost of goods as reasons for the closure. The shop has already been sold and is expected to be converted into a sports apparel shop, according to the Press of Atlantic City. In local news, the 2022 Montclair Film Festival will pay tribute to actor Daniel Craig. Craig will be at the New Jersey PAC on October 28th for a conversation with Stephen Colbert, host of The Late Show. The full program for the film festival will be released on September 30th, with events taking place from October 21st to the 30th. And your weather today, it is sunny with a high of 73 and a low of 55, with a humidity level of 61% and good air quality with a level of 34.
Thank you very much, Amina. It is chilly this morning, by the way. I was like, ooh, pretty cold out
I
here.
hated it
It
so
was
bad.
Yeah,
terrible.
it was cold.
We're in the middle of like fake fall.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm disturbed by it. Wish it wasn't happening, and wish it would go away. But you know what I wish would stay here forever? Sports.
I wish sports would stay here forever as well. We love sports.
We do love sports. Take it away, my friend.
All right. You know what we're talking about today? Probably yet again. We're talking about the New York Yankees
The Yankees.
and the American League MVP, hopefully American League MVP, Aaron Judge. So New York Yankees last night completed a 2-game sweep and get their brooms out of their division rival Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park by a score of 5-3. Yankees have a break tonight as they continue their march to October in hopes for their 28th World Series championship, with a 3-game series in Milwaukee to face the Brewers on Friday. And all eyes will continue to be on Aaron Judge this weekend in hopes that he will get closer to making history and becoming the all-time American League single-season home run hitter. He's only 5 away. And that's all I got for the 8 a.m. hour.
Thank you very much, George. The baseball world is certainly
We're getting ready for playoff baseball.
yeah, this is their time to shine. October is their month, and are you a baseball guy?
Here and there.
Hmm,
I watch
I
the
feel ya.
Yankees, you know,
I feel like baseball is
team that runs New York, not the Mets.
well, does New York really even have sports these days?
Right.
Those poor basketball and football fans.
Yeah.
At least
Well,
they got
the Giants won week 1.
yeah, Saquon's back, everyone.
He is back.
And that's been your sports conversation for the morning. Guys, we have some more things to talk about today.
Oh,
Very
boy.
exciting show. Indeed, the President's Investiture is later on today, but we also have to shout out our beautiful countries from down south, as Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua are all celebrating their Independence Day today. So shout out to those beautiful countries, those beautiful peoples, and their beautiful traditions. What a great time to be alive. Now, that's an interesting transition to make because we're going to be talking about the Queen. Here on the Morning Buzz, we have been on Queen Watch following the death of the late Queen. Naturally, many people have been
Nobody told you
talking
to do that.
about the many priceless items that belong to the royal family.
Oh,
But
God.
one item is truly iconic. I just went Australian. I do this every time. Ever since Amina called me out on that, I haven't been able to stop it. A 24 karat gold Nintendo
Almost
Wii.
asked God.
That's all right. Let me repeat for you people. A 24 karat gold Nintendo Wii. Why is it gold? Royalty. It turns out the late queen had a deep and dark secret that she wanted no one to know about. Her Majesty shared a love of the Nintendo Wii with her grandson, Prince William, and was gifted the gold Nintendo game console to commemorate it. Palace sources said the Queen enjoyed playing the bowling game on the popular console after seeing William playing it with launch shot Sandrum Horse.
Wait,
Quote,
no,
she
no, no,
she
no.
thought the Nintendo looked like tremendous fun and begged to join in. She's played a simple 10-pin bowling game. This is getting real hard to do. And by all accounts, was natural. It was hilarious. Anyways, I am
You
had a
went
stroke.
from the Harry Potter franchise
Yeah.
to Thor: The Dark World, all the way back to Brave.
You did like 5 accents in 1 minute.
I have an identity crisis, everyone. At first really wasn't trying to.
And
Then it
Annabella
just
said you went
naturally
William
went.
Wallace.
I kind of did. I don't know what. It just kind of overtook me, guys. Yeah. I think it's crazy the fact though that Nintendo went out of their way to make a gold Wii. And also the concept of a very elderly woman bowling is hilarious because I remember I brought my Wii to Puerto Rico one time and we were playing Mario Kart and my grandma was like, I want to try playing. So she had like the Wii remote and obviously it's like motion controls. Whole time she's like spinning in circles and it was so funny. So I can't imagine what it was like to kind of see that.
I
Especially
hate the
like,
Wii Mario Kart. I could play Mario
Why?
Kart on anything else but the motion control.
turn them
It's
off.
the steering wheel.
Use a GameCube controller.
You can do that.
Bro, have you what is going on? Have you not? There's literally a whole 4 buttons on the top of a Wii that have like the you plug in a GameCube controller. Are you serious?
Did you not know that?
I don't.
This is
play
real?
Wii like
We're
that.
blowing people's minds today. Here.
Listen, I've played the
Jeez,
Wii
man.
at summer camp and random people's houses. My go-to consoles have been Xbox and PlayStation every now and then.
All right, this is getting too many gaming conversations right now. This is ridiculous. Talking about monkey adventure and
Hey, that game
This
sounded
guy-
pretty
I-
Guybrush Threepwood.
I forgot his
wanna
name.
meet him. That was definitely inspired by somebody. I gotta meet the person.
I
that
know
inspired
there's
me.
got to be a reason
story.
behind that name.
It's like he just combined things that he saw in front of him.
That could be.
You know what I
too.
mean?
Yeah. Okay. Going on to our next story, JT.
Huh?
Someone it truly is a real entrepreneur.
Am I though? I guess. Listen, y'all, these days it's hard to make that. I'm not reading that part. Listen, it's hard to make money. A lot of jobs are hiring, but they all love to pay minimum wage. So naturally, people are trying to make money in easier ways. Crypto, stocks, selling clothes online, scams. But everybody's just trying to get that bag. Well, unlike most Americans, Donald Kirkland was just trying to make some money. Now we know. Now we head to a state that does exist, known as Tennessee. Not only are we in Tennessee, but in a Walmart parking lot around 9 p.m. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Our good friend Donald was very bold and decided to steal TVs and other electronics from Walmarts. Naturally, you'd think he would leave a scene. Well, you'd be giving this man way too much credit because Mr. Kirkland decided to start selling the stolen merchandise in the same parking lot of the store he stole them from. Officers were then called to the scene, and even to their surprise, they found Donald trying to sell the merchandise. Police said Kirkland ran from officers but was eventually taken into custody. Kirkland told the officers he had stolen 3 TVs, a karaoke machine, and camping equipment from the retail store, and was indeed selling them in the parking lot. A Walmart manager corroborated his story, telling officers he saw Kirkland loading one of the TVs into a cart in the store. Kirkland was charged with theft of merchandise. I expect nothing less of Tennessee.
This is
Nothing more, nothing less, nothing in between. When I saw Tennessee and Walmart in the same sentence,
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah.
I just like my thing is this, right? He went out of his way to steal. Stealing's bad, right? I
Stealing
don't
is very
recommend
bad.
it. But if you were to hypothetically steal, one would think you would leave, right? Like you would leave the scene. Why did he not leave? What made him think no one would do anything, but with him selling that stuff in the park,
He said, "I'll hide it in plain sight. They'll never know."
like, what? What is happening? Amina, I gotta ask you. I want you to put your mind into Mr. Kirkland's mind.
Okay.
Why Amina?
It's just,
Is that racially motivated? Never mind.
You
I mean,
can't
go
even
on.
hear me, JT.
yeah,
You're
come on
weird.
now. See, you didn't even have your headphones on when you said that. You're looking real silly right now, JT. All right.
Shut up.
Mhm. See, I know one person who would actually be very furious with you is Annabella, because her one rule is wear your headphones.
I'm sorry, Annabelle. You want to look a
Mhm.
mess with my hair?
Looks like we're gonna have to fire you on air.
I guess my time here is done.
Okay, but back to Amina, the woman of the hour.
Period.
I want to hear what do you think was going through this guy's mind?
I think so. I'm imagining he's like, somewhat. I'm gonna say he's middle aged,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say his reasoning. He's gonna steal these items. Okay, cool. He hasn't gotten caught yet, but now he's like, okay, I need to make some money quick and fast. So he doesn't have time to go to like the Target parking lot and do that. He's gonna stay at the Walmart parking lot in hopes that a quick, the 5 people that walk past him buy something, and then maybe he was gonna plan on, leaving. But he was too slow. He was
Way too slow. Way too slow. Now, George, say
Okay.
you're in this parking lot. You get out of your car. You're like, what a beautiful day. The breeze is breezing. The sun is shining. You see, oh, actually, it's nighttime. Never mind. The moon is mooning. You see your friend, and he's like, hey, man, you want to buy a TV? Are you buying a TV from him?
No.
Because what if it's a great deal?
No.
No?
No.
Not a strange man in a car in the middle of the night in a Tennessee parking lot? Nothing sketchy about that to you?
Well, when you put it like that,
You're like, actually,
well, no, still
you
no,
sold it.
still no,
Oh, man.
still no.
I just
Give
I
him a
wonder if
chance,
anyone
bro.
did buy anything from this guy.
Yeah,
They
right.
probably did, and I worry for
You
them.
think so, though? Because like it's nighttime and you're gonna approach someone.
It's Tennessee.
You're right. Yeah.
And then I worry for them because if they did, they unknowingly bought stolen merchandise, which is a crime, which by the way is one of the dumbest things in my opinion of the judicial system is how they treat people who bought stolen goods, because my opinion is chances are you don't sell something and say, oh, by the way, this is stolen, because anybody with common sense is going to know they can get in trouble for it too. So chances are if you've bought stolen goods, you've got it unknowingly. So they're probably thinking, oh, I got a sweet deal on a TV, and then cops come get them and they're just like, how was I supposed to know it was stolen?
I mean, you would probably have to return the TV then, right?
I mean, you would have to return the TV, yeah, but you still get in trouble for buying stolen merchandise.
That is crazy. That's cold-blooded. That really is cold-blooded. Anyway, let's move on to one more story before we go on to a break, all right? And I'm thinking there's only one logical story that I want to do next. And that is Lana's twin on a quest for love. That's right. We have finally found a human that will go as far as Lana did in the name of love. Let me remind the viewers what Lana has actively said on this very own show. She would set herself on fire. She would cut off a limb in the name of love. So I'm sure she's going to find this story quite respectable. So a group of bus drivers operating a Sri Lankan bus depot had arrived at the depot to watch the final of the Asia Cup 2022 together the other night. The group had parked the buses and left to purchase food, as one does during a big, massive cricket event, right? You got to get some food, you got to get some drinks, you got to relax, unwind, and enjoy the big game. Eventually, the group returned to where they thought they had parked the bus when one driver realized that this bus was missing, and he had to inform the police. Yet, the police found the bus in order to stop, but the problem is the suspect driving the bus attempted to abandon the vehicle and run away from the scene of the crime. Of course, police would promptly arrest the suspects. You're probably thinking two things. Who in the world stole this bus, and why did we mention love at the beginning of the story? Well,
Lana.
the suspect was indeed a 15-year-old who said he stole the bus to see his girlfriend. And to his credit, he completed the mission. He got to spend some good old quality time with her. And on his way back, he was caught, arrested, and interrogated. So why did he steal the bus? He said that no buses were operating, which naturally forced him to carefully inspect all the buses parked at the depot, and he had taken off with one that had the key in its ignition. Further investigations have revealed that the teenager had stolen the bus to see his girlfriend on a previous occasion as well. And I'm going to give Lana the floor first because this is truly something like no other, Lana. Do you respect my guy's decision here?
Look, I understand doing things for love, but I draw the line at when it comes illegal.
I mean, but it's for love. You would okay. You said you would set yourself on fire.
I would, yeah, but that's not illegal.
I'm sure that could probably get into some illegal territories, though.
But
What
it's
if you
my-
set a house on fire? What if you set a car on fire?
Well, I would set myself on fire and then jump into a river.
Well, okay, that is a very wild statement to say here. I feel like that's a lot to unpack. JT?
Listen, I love my girlfriend with every bone in my body,
Uh-huh.
but unfortunately, in order to do that, I need to keep every bone in my body.
Valid.
So, Shekinah, if you're listening, I love you, but no fire for us, babe.
So you say I love you, but I don't love you that much, is what you're saying.
Oh, she would say the same
I'm
thing.
kidding. I mean, that's definitely valid. George, your new addition to the show.
Yeah.
Would you steal a bus in the name of love?
No.
Valid. Amina, before we head to
No.
break. No? I can't even like talk you into this one?
No.
No? All
We
right.
just had this whole spiel on not stealing.
She
You
didn't
know
even
what I
let you
mean?
finish the
Uh,
sentence. She said no.
there's
She said
all right, guys. We're gonna head to a quick break because we have some shenanigans going on beside me. Just kidding, everyone. We'll be back here. We're gonna talk some more interesting stories. Maybe even see if someone was in the wrong today. People on the board, you want to hit the green button on the bottom left so I can just mute Zoom. Bye, guys.